Alrighty, gang. Not off to a great start. Twice now, I went to push the go button, and the go button was for a photo, not for a video. So, my goal was to do at least one of these videos a week. However, skipped last week, but each video will approximately be 20 minutes long. I don't know if I said that in the first one or not. I may or may not repeat myself, mainly because I just have the memory of a goldfish and can't remember what I've said and haven't said. So, but this video, I wanted to kind of give you guys a rundown of what you should plan to see. I felt like last time it was a little bit inappropriate to kind of identify my exact goals and my exact path for this channel. But first of all, I do want to say that I'm going to have a better background than this eventually. I'm currently purchasing a house, in the process of purchasing a house. And I have some like really cute ideas. Just you guys wait. They're so cute. I can't wait. That made my dog jump, me saying that. Sorry, buddy. So, I'm going to jump right into, well, actually, hold on. I do want to say, like I said, I'm moving. I don't have any excuse as far as having anything in boxes. I haven't packed anything yet. I have a really interesting method of moving, though. So I really like to take a lot of trips and just shove a bunch of crap in my car and then unload it as I unpack it, and then have like a bunch of totes and whatnot. As far as being efficient and effective, probably not the best, but it's worked for the past few moves. So anyway, so what I was going to say is that my goal, what I would like to do once I move, is I'm going to have two cute little jars. Don't worry, I'll go to the thrift store or Home Goods or somewhere to get two cute little jars. One jar is going to be professional, one jar is going to be personal, and with the help of you guys in the comments, I'm going to write down personal and professional issues that I want to touch on, and hopefully touch on one of each per video. But as of right now, through brainstorming, personal, I'm thinking about like weird quirks that I have, because if you know me, you know I have a ton. Like weird stuff I eat, weird habits I have, so on and so forth. And that hilariously enough, obviously when I'm not doing a video, I have videos or ideas left and right. However, once I push record, that's when videos go. I wish I could whistle and like, there you go. I'm not good at whistling. Actually, can't do it at all. But yeah, for personal, I really love fashion. So do some stuff on fashion, do some stuff on books that I've read, and this will kind of bleed over into professional, but like stuff about goals and self-development and stuff like that. Hate that I said stuff so many times just then. That's 3 times now in less than a minute. And plants and decorating and home improvement, stuff like that. And obviously, when I get my new house, there's oh my gosh, I cannot wait for you guys to see it. It's so cute. I'm going to make a couple changes, but for the most part, I'm going to keep it as is because it was built in 1960. You guys should know by now that I love old houses. I love them. I love them. So, this house is a very cute little 1-story home. Almost original everything. There is carpet in certain sections, and the current owners put laminate down, which I'm not a fan of. So basically the only changes I plan to make are to put hardwood throughout where there's carpet and laminate, essentially, except for the bathrooms. And there's parquet wood floors in the bedrooms. Oh, like I said, it's so darn cute. I cannot wait for you guys to see it. Anyway, so like home decor, and then professional wise, I really want to, well, actually, you know what? I'm going to do that in this video along with another topic that you can't know yet. It's a surprise. But I want to talk about like buying a home, selling a home, the ins and outs of it. Kind of not secrets necessarily of the industry, but just not common knowledge of the industry. I think people still kind of associate real estate agents with used car salesmen. So, I have a lot to say about that. I wish I was writing some of this down. I should be, but I'm already on a roll, and I don't want to forget my ideas for what I'm going to talk about. So, the first thing that I want to talk about is what a realtor does. And, oh man, this is going to be really hard to not like. I'm just going to talk about multiple things. Screw it. If I repeat things in more videos, I repeat things in more videos. That's how you learn, you know? I wish I could. I thought that was covering up the camera more. It's not. There's a camera. Oh, there you go. Okay, so what does a real estate agent do? So for buyers, what a real estate agent does, or what I do, I should say. I don't know about every agent. What most agents do. Obviously, we work to try to find you a home. So with buying a home in this current climate, okay. I'm going to talk about a buying topic in a second that I really want to touch on very strongly. But for right now, buying in this current climate, we have to be on our toes. So the way that it's typically been going is that a house will be coming soon on Wednesday. Showings will start on Friday. Offers will be due by late Sunday night or Monday. So buyers have a couple days to get into a home, to see a home, kind of figure out if their ducks are in a row. Hopefully their ducks are in a row. That's what we would really love is prior to even looking at a house. And believe me, guys, I know I've been there. I've been there so many times. Even as a realtor, I have gone and looked at homes without having my ducks in a row. And let me please tell you, like, it is so much more frustrating to do that. So much more. Because then you don't realize, oh, I need X, Y, and Z, and I got beat out because I didn't have X, Y, and Z in order, and I already fell in love with the place. I've already put my furniture everywhere, and I'm already having a barbecue in the backyard, but I don't have my ducks in a row, so I can't even make an offer. So with lending, honestly, lending's the biggest part. Once you get, but obviously lending is like this block, and then there's like a bunch of little itty bitty blocks underneath of it, because you need to make sure, as far as finances go, that your taxes are in order, that your pay stubs are in order, that you're not in between jobs, that you're not just starting a job, because you need a little bit of history there. So make sure your job history is going well, or not going well, but established. Make sure you have all your forms for taxes. Make sure you have identity forms. If you're married, obviously you need everything for the spouse. Or if you're co-borrowing, everything that the other person has. Everything you have, the other person needs to have. So, yeah, that becomes a little bit, again, so basically once your ducks are in a row, we go and see homes. Now, one thing I do want to reiterate is, yes, there are automated services. The MLS, basically what we do is we put in a search and we say, Mr. and Mrs. Smith want a house for up to $500,000 in these areas. They definitely want 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms minimally. They don't want a basement. They do want a fenced-in yard. And they would also love a patio. So we put all those things into the MLS. The MLS then picks and chooses from listings. Oh, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the listings that are available. And then it sends it to the buyer. And then every time a listing is inputted. Every time a listing is uploaded into the MLS, it is then sent directly to the buyer. So again, these are things that I do, and I'm pretty sure most agents do these, but just to give you guys an idea. So from there, you'll get an email probably in this market, there are places going live every day. So you'll get an email probably every day or once every 2 days, depending on how specific your criteria is, that this house is available. Go see it. So then once you go see the house, there's a lot of things I'm going to touch on in later videos too, such as inspections and remedy and appraisals and all that stuff, that cool stuff that people are waiving right now. Yeah, I'm going to go into that further. But then I should have done this in a different order, but I'm really working on making this kind of more of a raw thing for everybody. just because that's just me. Honestly, I don't like to think too much about, oh, that's a lie, actually. I overthink everything, but this is something I don't want to think too much about, just because I think I want my personality to show through. I want my authenticity to show through. This is just going to be me talking. So this is the way I would talk to people if I were having a meeting and or just a conversation at dinner. So I want it to be that way and not edited. I say that now. Don't hold me to it, please. I might put some cool like stuff like up here, and like, oh, it'd be really cool if I was actually savvy enough video wise that I could do that now, because I'm gonna do that. Oh, make it like I'm climbing a ladder. Ooh, that would be cute. Or popping bubbles. If anyone takes those ideas, I'll kill you. I'm kidding. Anyway, okay, so to the selling side. Sellers, you guys haven't made in this market. Well, to an extent, I should say, because it's an interesting thing to be a seller right now, just because you can kind of, you have you're in the driver's seat. You can control almost the entire transaction within reason, obviously. One thing I do want to say is, yes, homes are going for over asking price. Oh my gosh, there's so much I want to talk about. Like like I said, I'm limiting myself to 20 minutes. I have 9 minutes currently left. And there's so much I want to talk about, but time and place, Meg. Anywho, so for sellers, what we would do is have a preliminary meeting where, again, getting our ducks in a row. We want to make sure that when you guys are ready, we are ready. We push a button, it's live, you're listed, and you're going to sell your house within 72 hours. So what we do is a preliminary meeting. And we go through paperwork. You tell me all about your house. We walk through it. I give you advice on, hey, maybe fix this, maybe fix this. I have no idea what to do with this. Let's get a stager in here so that they can give you the best advice you possibly can get, and we can sell your house for top dollar, which is a thing. I will not go into staging, but it's real. Just so you guys know, there's numbers to back it. Anyway, so get all of our ducks in a row, then we schedule photos. I'm there for the photos. And from then on, honestly, sellers, you're done. There's very minimal tasks for you to complete until closing. You have to sign a couple documents. You might have to leave so that appraisers and possibly inspectors can come in. But other than that, you're kind of home free. You don't really have to worry about anything else, because that's what realtors are for. So, which I'm really good at worrying about your problems. So you're welcome in advance. Okay. So one thing I did want to touch on, okay, so this is what I was going to say. I wish I would have done sellers first, then talked about buyers. And now I'm going to talk about the buying climate that we are currently in. That just would have been a little bit more cohesive and flowed a little bit better. But who cares? I'm working on also not cursing in these videos, which is a struggle because I have a itty bit of a potty mouth. But I do feel like there's going to be younger people watching this, and I want to be a good example of how to practice self-control. Anyway, so buyers. In this climate. Okay. So I have heard a couple different things. So one point I want to make is that you have to pay to live. If you are not paying to live, you're living with your parents, or you're on subsidies, which are both kind of rare cases, right? But you're going to have to pay rent in one way, shape, or form. So rents in Columbus, they're not going down. And actually, historically, they have never gone down. Even in 2008, actually, they went up because of the fact that people couldn't keep their houses, and apartments and landlords were like, woohoo, yay, we get to charge people extra. So they did. So rents do not go down. However, mortgages, not that they'd necessarily go down, but at least you're obviously building equity. You're paying into something that you will keep. And historically, owning a home is one of the best ways to generate wealth for yourself and for your family. So, having said that, there's a caveat to this too. This is my job. So this is something I'm very passionate about. I obviously own my own home. I think it's wonderful for people to own their own homes because there's a lot of power you can have. For example, I just consolidated a ton of my debt. I've owned this condo that I'm sitting in since 2014, and I had a butt ton of equity. So what I did was I consolidated my debt, and I'm going to have a renter move in here, and basically she's going to pay off my debt. So that's the way, one way you can be creative with what you have. If I wanted to, what I could have done, and what I actually plan to do later in the year, not this way necessarily, but what if I didn't want to pay off my debt? What if I didn't have debt to pay off? What I could do was use that money for a down payment on a vacation house and Airbnb it. That's a plan for later down the road. But back to buying. I encourage people to not get discouraged by this market. There have been situations in the past year. Off the top of my head, I can think of 3 of them. That's just off the top of my head. 4 of them, actually. I'm not going to take 100% credit, but I will say it's just because of my diligence and hard work that I was able to help people get into these homes. But I'm not taking 100% credit. I think God has my back a lot. But also, like I said, I work hard, and I want to get my buyers into a house. Because honestly, like I said, buying, it just sets you up for success, in all honesty. And not only that, if I get you into a house, I get paid. Who doesn't like to be paid? I love eating. So anyway, so for example, I helped my cousin purchase a house recently. He was moving down here from Cleveland, and there was a house in Hilliard, which if you live in Columbus, which I'm assuming most of the people watching this are Ohioans. I almost did this. Well, first of all, that's... Oh my God, I should know this. It's right-handed. Okay, good. Okay. Regroup. Cool. So, I was about to do there's no Ohio, oh, I could have just done that. Daggone it. Oh well, too late. Okay, so, anywho, help my cousin try to find a house. And Hilliard is one of the hotter markets. And basically, we have an outer belt in Columbus, if you do not know, in the suburbs around the outer belt, hot, very hot. Everyone wants to live, unless you're in Upper Arlington, and then someone will sell their firstborn to buy your house. So, anyway, so we looked at a house for him, and we found this house, beautifully done. It was it was a flip. The purchase before was an estate sale. Guy came in and flipped it. Actually did a really great job. He did a really quality job. I was very shocked at the quality that I saw. There were a couple things that I'm like, but beggars can't be choosers. But we ended up getting that for, off the top of my head, I really want to say it was $10,000 or $15,000 under asking price. Under asking price in Hilliard, which also is a thing for pricing for sellers. Don't price too high. People expect to pay over. Don't price too high. Your realtor should tell you that if they haven't. You should price appropriately, and then whatever people want to pay on top of the market value. That's a term I'm really not a fan of, because things are worth what people are willing to pay for it, period. Anyway, okay, I digress. On to buying. So that happened, and then I worked with another couple, and we went and saw a house, submitted an offer within a couple hours, and the sellers accepted it. It was a good offer. It wasn't a low ball. It was a very strong offer. We came out, we put our best foot forward and said, here's the best we got. Will you take us? And they did. And then they canceled. They had 30 some showings that weekend. They canceled all of them. Actually, that's happened twice to me. And then, just recently, so I've been telling people, cause it's very true. It's kind of a little bit of a bloodbath from 0 to roughly 250 to 300. Basically the affordable home in Central Ohio. It's very difficult to find that home. However, again, I just found another one of my cousins. My family employ me, essentially. But she just found a house we ended up closing at $110,000 and got a seller credit and got inspection and remedy. And then there were a couple other ones that basically it was I'm not going to say it was, I mean, it was a little bit more normal as far as the back and forth type of negotiating contract, not just outright, oh, we're going to pay $50,000 over cash, no appraisal, no inspection, no remedy, 24-hour close. So with all that said, don't be intimidated by the market. If you want a house, if you're, oh my gosh, I just hit 20 minutes. I didn't even mean to. I'm finishing up. Give me a second. So any takeaway from this video, should be not to be intimidated by this market if you're a buyer. If you're a buyer, regardless of your budget, there is something for you. Do you realize how many homes are in Columbus? Should know that. I don't. But there's a lot. Like, a lot. Think about I think our population, we just hit 2 million a couple years ago. And that's just, I think that's just Columbus proper. That's not even counting the suburbs. To house that many people, granted we have apartments, I know. But my point is, we will find you something. So if you are interested, by all means, call me, text me, email me. Should I put my stuff on here? I'm not sure. The internet has it anyway. Just Google my name and Realtor and my stuff will pop up. But yeah, so do not be intimidated. And if you even are curious, I really, really encourage you to look, because even if you don't buy anything, even if it's something that you are curious, want to look for 4 months, and then like, I'm going to put this on the back burner till next year, I still encourage you to do so, because then not only will you get a better sense of what you need to do financially to make sure everything's in a row, your ducks are in a row, but also you kind of know what you want. You know, oh, okay, well, I thought I liked 2 stories. I really like 1 stories. I thought I was going to hate older homes. I love them. Ooh, please call me for that. Yeah, you kind of figure out what you like, what you need, what you want in that process. So I encourage you to even just try it. Just see what's out there. So that is all I have to say for today. It's not all I have to say, but I'm making myself stop because I'm already 2 minutes over. So if you would please do me a favor, like and subscribe to this, I would really appreciate it. And then also, please, please, please comment on this. Comment what you want to hear about as far as real estate goes. If you're interested in certain markets, I can connect you with other agents and markets. I have about 30 people in my back pocket from different states and territories. Then also, tell me what you want to hear about. Did I just say that? If not, I'm reiterating. Tell me what you want to hear about. I would love to get some opinions and get some feedback as far as, what I should talk about. If not, don't worry. I have a lot of ideas. A lot. So that well will not run dry. What's funny is, nope, we're done. See you next week.